What's going on, heavy hitters? Welcome back to Heavy Hitter Media, or welcome if this is your first time. Baby, look, LaTocha is still at it. LaTocha did a recent interview in Chicago, WGCI, and we're going to break it down, listen to it together. At this point, LaTocha, stop. You are not taking heed to what the people are saying to you. And girl, like for real, girl, stop. That flop of an album should be true indication you need to step back and reevaluate. Stop listening to Rocky. Who is your team? Motown. Motown. What are y'all telling your investment? I mean, in the interview, she said she signed herself, but I guess it's undergirded, through Motown Gospel. Let's listen to y'all. Let's listen to it. And again, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And support your girl.
We have artist LaTocha Scott is in the building.
It's good to be here, man.
Man, it's good to see you. You brought all this beautiful weather with you.
I mean, you know.
So let's talk about it. Gospel Project.
Yes.
Your label.
Yeah.
That's swag.
Yeah.
That's dope. Speak on that.
I mean, you know, I've been in the game 30 years. And I learned a lot. You know, becoming a student in the game, you have to understand what ownership is and then also what investing in yourself is. And so that's what I did. You know, I wanted to make sure that I owned my masters. I wanted to make sure that I had control over my music. And so that was just really...
Let's stop there real quick. Because again, we're going to talk about this during the interview we're watching. Own rights to what, Tasha? Stay. I want you to stay with me, girl. And that sham of a video you just dropped with you in the same dress. Let's keep going. You want the rights to your masters, which is smart. I'm really just being shady. It's smart to own your own music because monetarily you get more value out of your work, rather other people getting the money out of the little bitty minimum work they put in. But girl, it ain't like you dropping bangles. Let's keep going.
Real big for me and signing myself to myself. You know,
you know, we like you solo. So explain that for us, because some of us are like torn. Because I like this run for you because it's all about you.
Yeah.
But the XSCAPE fan of me still wants to know you're a part of XSCAPE.
I'm definitely a part of XSCAPE. I created the name. That's the mothership. That's where I come from. I will never forget where I come from.
No, girl, you forgot where you came from. Because as soon as you got up above where you wanted to be, you used them to catapult and jump ship. Girl, yeah, you forgot where let's keep going.
But it's time for me to do music. I've always wanted to do music. I know Candy didn't want to do music because she always felt like if we didn't surpass what we did in the beginning, then don't do it. But when I'm doing music, it's never predicated on sales.
Girl, what business person is talking about when I do music, it's not predicated on sales? Girl, what the hell? Of course, you should have passion and your purpose when it comes to any type of artistry. But, the money and the sales, they undergird, using that word again, how the productivity of the product is and whether or not you can continue the product. The hell you mean it's not worried about? Girl, stop. And you see how we're not even, I chopped this up, but we're not even like 5 minutes into the interview and here comes Candy. Girl, that woman is possessed. LaTocha, you are possessed. You are possessed with this idea of whatever it is with Candy. Girl, do you like Candy?
Because I'm passionate about what I do. So the other girls was like, no, we, don't fall victim to what she's saying. I want to do music. So that's why I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do new music?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't want to do the old
Something
songs
different.
over and over again. No.
So,
and I have some.
Now, I could understand her not wanting to do the same old music over and over, but you guys, in the time that you were together, through just kicking it, the touring that you've done the past couple of years, you put out nothing. I mean, XSCAPE 3 put in that, up in the club with my girls looking fly, looking sexy like I wanna be. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, y'all put that out, which was a cute little club banger, but it goes to the idea of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because you're able to tour off of the 90s nostalgia. So if you put out new music in the era of where music is now, 9 times out of 10, you won't have the level of success that you had in the 90s. Candy is right yet again, but you would never admit that.
Something to say.
So why gospel? What made you choose the gospel lane?
Well, I mean,
You started
life.
secular.
She chose gospel because it's another scam, much like some of the other gospels. Sorry, Christian.
Yeah. Well, I actually started in the gospel
Okay.
world. That's where we're from. That's
Yeah,
where I grew
that's
up.
like
That's
you
my
know, saying
inspiration.
tired
I grew
ass
up
rip.
listening to the Clark sisters and so many beautiful people that came out in that time. And that's all I could listen. I was in church. Our religion was that.
Yeah.
So I brought that with me. If you listen to Living in Vain on the albums, it's because I brought a little bit of that with.
Girl, you bring that same tired gospel riffs and runs to every song. There is no variation. There's no variety. There is no differentiation in the type of music that you do. I'm sorry, in the level of singing throughout your songs. They're all the same. Girl, I'm sorry, let's keep going.
With me when I went, but it's just part of who I am. That's my roots, so I'm going back to my roots. This is what I love. Even when I sing with that type of conviction because of my faith. And so it's about the music to me. It's about going back to God. I've had so many conversations with him while filming and just in life.
She has had so many conversations with God. Dear God, did you tell this lady to steal that woman's money? I know you didn't. But in the conversations, LaTocha, that you've had with God, did he not ever convict you to do what's right with this money that you took from your sister? Did he ever tell you that possibly that Rocky, the scammer, allegedly is not the best person for you? Did perhaps in these many conversations with God that you tend to say that you've had, did he not say, girl, step back and stop talking? Let's keep going.
So, I have something to say when it comes down to the gospel part of it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
You know what? I'm actually happy you broke that down because I didn't think about it. Like when you guys are on tour, it's just your past records. So this
Well,
is
that's what
more
they know
about
for.
your passion
Well,
of you are a
that's all
singer,
they have,
you want to
which is
create.
great.
So that to me helps me live with this separate. It's like parents, like you have
Really?
parents. Yes,
But what
because
about when people have to go to college? You got to go out and do other things. Like you can't just be stagnant. I think sometimes.
Girl, stop. Hold on. You go to college typically to learn a skill and to learn something in relation to that skill that's going to catapult you and set you up for a career. You already had a career. The two do not align, my dear.
We put that stigma on people, and that's kind of sad to think about it. Because when God gives you a gift, it's not meant to just be like this. You should be able to kind of flourish and do some things you want to do. Not to say to leave, but sometimes you got to go break out a little bit and then come back.
are you guys in a friendship space right now? Because I think they might be in Chicago. I think literally today. I think they have a show somewhere else.
That's what I'm hearing. Yes.
That's what you mean. That's what you hearing.
I didn't know anything about the show. Somebody told me about the show. That's just my truth.
So that's where we get confused as a female.
They didn't tell me about the show. Girl, you're not in the group. Why would they tell you about the show? You're a member of the group, but at this time, you are not part of the group that is touring. You know what's up. Oh, they didn't invite me. You're not invited. This invitation to God, you need to be focusing on that invitation. That's what you need to be doing. You're going around here doing these little smoke clubs and these little comedy clubs and these little picnics and barbecue and city fairs to promote this music. You've been talking about you want to do gospel. Well, girl, you got the opportunity. They gave you the opportunity. You can't mix the two, boo. You can't. So pick a line, pick a struggle. Which one you want?
Yeah, because it's like, are y'all, like you're in town, they're in town, there's a show tonight, and you didn't know about it, so that means you won't appear. Y'all in the same city.
Yeah.
So are y'all talking? What are the conversations? Like, are y'all family, so I won't say y'all enemies.
Right, no,
but,
we're not enemies.
Yeah, because you know that you're blood. But what is the state of y'all friendship right now? Because y'all both are in the city, and you said you heard they got a show tonight.
Yeah, I heard that they have a show tonight. I've been hearing that they have a show. But I was not invited to the show, mainly because they're still dealing with a promoter that threatened my husband's life. And I said I'm not doing the show, so I stand on what I believe in. So they continue to do the show, so that's why I'm not doing the show.
That makes sense.
So let's unpack that, right? I had no idea about the show. She just said that. She just said she had no idea about the show. Then she goes to say that she didn't do the show, unless I missed something. She didn't do the show because they're working with the promoter that threatened her husband's life. Well, girl, which is it? LaTocha, which one is it? You didn't know they're working with a promoter. Is this part of a group of bookings with that same promoter that they had maybe 1 to 3, 1 to 6, and it just follows the line? Which one is it? You didn't know about it, but you know you're not part of the group. You know that this promoter is someone allegedly who threatened your husband. Like, although we're hearing it's the other way around, or maybe he just realized that Rocky ain't cheating, you ain't either.
Let's talk about the reality show. We were talking about it a little bit off the air, but you had it was a show with XSCAPE and SWV.
Yes.
And then, we saw the whole conversation. I know you're probably tired of talking about it, the whole conversation of money being stolen. But the first question is, will you do another? Is there going to be a part 2 of this reality show?
It's not going to be part 2 for me.
You're not.
No, I mean, when you come and you say 2 supergroups are going to be celebrated and it does not end that way, like you got everybody beefing on social media.
Who got everybody?
The nerve of a black production company with Mona Me coming in and not celebrating black women. It's just tearing down. And the whole time, out of 7 women, I was being attacked every single day.
Girl, you were being attacked every single day? Really? So the filming was just you every day? Not the SWV scenes, the scenes of working on the set list. You were being attacked 7 days a week? Okay, girl.
So it's just that thing for me. Like, when you say you're going to do something, we should be able to do it. And I think the fans have been slighted, and shame on her, shame on the production for doing that. We didn't get to a tour. We didn't get to music. What was the end goal? Like, what are we doing here?
Did you guys film those scenes? Because, for me, I'm be honest, I have been approached for reality TV so many times, and I've always declined because I know what it is. Yeah. Like, I feel like we kind of know when you do reality TV, they're going to show the worst of you and not the best of you. So when you went in, were you not thinking they were going to try to find mess? Because that's what reality TV is.
Yeah, but we at the end of the day, we had already gone through the worst of the times with the first still kicking it.
Okay.
So we were getting past it. Did I have reservations? Of course I did. But when she started to say, hey, we're going to celebrate y'all going to do a tour, we're going to talk about how you do a show, how you got to do the wardrobe and the music, I'm like, that's beautiful, because sometimes you do have banter back and forth with that. But when you come in and I'm being attacked every day and it never got to the music, it's like, what was this all about? And none of
LaTocha, what music? What music did it not get to? Did we not see a concert at the end of the show? At the end of the finale? What music were y'all supposed to do? Girl, elaborate on this lie.
Things that happened until we started filming. None of the craziness. So it's like, was it set up? What do we do this for? So now, you have families who have to heal.
I was gonna say, because this is your sister in real life. Like, we're enjoying you because of the music, but y'all got the same mama. Like, how has this affected? And just to break it down for those, I think people who are aware, the whole $30,000 situation of you getting her money, she didn't get her money. I know you talked about it before, but just for the people in Chicago who just didn't hear that explanation, what is your side to that story? Because she claims money went to you and I believe your husband, $30,000.
I didn't take anything from my sister. I would never steal from her. Like I said before, a lot of the things that I saw was when it started to film. I never heard of this. Me and my sister been together all this time.
Now, if you watch any of my other videos, I have always called out this lie of, oh, I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything till we started to film.
We've done shows, made millions of dollars together. When the cameras come on, this is what happens. And so we still haven't gotten clarity. When somebody accuses you of anything, why aren't you talking to me? Why are you saying things to other people? Why are you talking to people who have nothing to do with nothing? So is this for television?
So am I not the only one confused that LaTocha and the other ladies of XSCAPE have said LaTocha changed her number? She's also in these interviews where she was snotting and lying about how she changed it. Nobody was using it anyway. What is the conversation to have? What's the conversation? You stole it. Talk to me. Talk to me. You can't talk. Every time you're either coming with this abrasive attitude or you don't want to be bothered or you leave. The hell?
Vision? Because I've heard her tell people that, oh, when the show is over, it's going to be done. No, because you now have created a situation that I have to go and do what I'm doing now.
Right.
I didn't do anything.
It's animosity.
So, and I get it, people always talk about ratings and, I love watching, the drama. But at the end of the day, what? Like, and I understand sometimes the truth, nobody wants to hear the truth when the lie is more entertaining. So, entertain. That's not, my soul is not for sale. That's all I can say.
Wow.
This heifer just said, one, no one wants the truth when the lie is more entertaining. Well, girl, you've been doing some hellified entertaining because you've been lying since the show started. She then says, well, go on, because my soul is not for sale. Has Rocky not bought your soul? Does your soul even exist anymore? Because you seem to be a shell of a person around him. And there's all these allegations of his infidelity. There's these allegations of the $30,000. There's these allegations that we saw at the end of him getting kickbacks. Girl, your soul has been sold. Try again.
It's not.
Look, before you get out here, I want to ask you this question. And listening to you talk, and you talked about your husband and everything, how it gets involved. So Monique has that kind of relationship with her husband where, do you think when people see you all on a unified front is kind of intimidating? Where like when you say, because like with my wife, I've had promoters call me to do a comedy show, and my wife is sitting right there and be like, "You want to talk business?" I say, "Well, whatever you telling me."
Tell her.
I mean, you gonna end up giving her the check anyway. I just work for them.
Oh wow, I love it.
So what I'm saying is, do you think that's intimidating to little people when they might not necessarily have that dynamic in their household, and you all on a unified front and be like, whatever you got to say?
Well, before she even answers that foolish question, what dynamic of him being a thief and her being a docile accessory to theft? The fuck?
Say you can say in front of him, and whatever you got to say to him, you can say in front of me because we do this together.
That could be intimidating, but when you are confident in your relationship and confident in yourself, it shouldn't be. But so many times I found that is true.
Yeah.
You know, even with me saying I have ownership, that's because my husband had actually had the conversation with me. What you want?
Right.
What we doing? Right. And he's actually walking in.
The words make a difference. Always with it's not I, it's not you. It's like,
that's
what
right.
are we doing?
And that's why
he can't say I. She's the talent. She's the talent. How he gonna lead with an I when she's the talent? He's riding her coattails. She's the money. She's the breadwinner. She is the one that's providing for the family, not him. The man. Ooh, calm down, Javon.
When they see us, we are a unified front. And I'm never going to apologize for that because he's been with me during the roughest times. I mean, we've actually been homeless together.
How the hell y'all been homeless together? Of course, I know in theory. But if he wasn't riding your coattails, as I just said, when you were at your lowest financially, a man with an alternate income that wasn't based off of your talent would have been able to be like, boo, babe, I got it. All right, y'all, I'm so sorry. My camera died, so I'm going to have to finish this with my camera on my MacBook. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy. Keep it going. I don't know where we finished, but child, let's keep going.
So when you see that type of relationship and you see that type of bond, people don't respect it, and some people celebrate it. Some people don't. Right. But I'm cool with it because I know what we have. But
okay, so that's where we were. First of all, what you and Rocky have is not goals. And people don't really care about this facade that you have because, again, you're just a shell of a person. This man is cheating on you. He's lying on you. He has ruined the reputation that you had prior to this. We always kind of thought, it was a group thing and perhaps maybe Candy did kind of have the issue, but it was definitely you and your husband with his thieving ass. Nobody believes this fallacy and the girl. It's confusing. Again, like I was saying before my camera cut off, how are you both broke? If he wasn't riding your coattails and you both brought something to it, other than you being the talent and him figuring out how he was going to welch off of the talent, there's no way you should have both been homeless unless you both lost your jobs or whatever the case. But Tasha's delusional.
Now we have a situation where personal life is involved. And this is tough because your husband's actually here, but you know the conversation that you alluded to online about having an open marriage. Yeah. And then a lot of people were wanting to get further details. And I hate that you even have to talk about it, but when you go on social media and when you say that, people now dive in. Yeah. So just for like clarity, is it an open marriage? Can your husband be with another woman and tell you first? Or is it not that? And I know it's tough. He's in the room. So
it's not tough.
Okay.
I mean, we talk about everything. That's the strength of our relationship because we communicate. And that's what I was trying to get to. If you notice, I was very emotional during that time. Right. It was a lot going on. My sister and I were trying to heal. My mother was calling. So I had a moment. Nobody was around me. And I went to social media and I said my feelings. And I kind of got choked up with words. And I did say those things, but that's not what it was. We have open communication and it's in the privacy of our bedroom.
Okay, now wait a minute. So that's the lie you now are telling because, again, in one of my other videos I mentioned, you've had time to develop this because I'm sure Motown was like, you need to fix this. I'm sure Rocky had told you, you better fix this. So you are now telling us in the moment of when you were snotting and lying and you said, I know everything. Some of you think that I don't, but I know everything. And yes, we do have an open relationship. Some things are so private you don't want to discuss, but yes, we do. We have that. We have an open relationship, and that's my privacy. That's my business. How is that saying that I have open communication with my husband? Why would that tone be taken to say we have open communication and we talk about everything? That does not even, again, align with the fact of you saying that, one, I know my husband is cheating. I know the rumors. There's no outside baby. Now you're saying you got choked up and caught in a moment because you and your sister, your mama was calling. You were overwhelmed with emotion. So for you to say, I know everything, it's my privacy. We don't want to talk about the fact that we have open, so now we have open communication. Tasha, goddamn, we're going to have to stop lying. You're going to have to stop lying. Motown people, y'all going to have to let this go. Y'all going to have to let this go because this ain't going nowhere but straight to hell.
So people did get it misconstrued, but at the end of the day, I don't care anymore with people. I'm tired of trying to explain to people.
Now, see, that's the thing. Had you just taken that stance in the beginning, because there are marriages that are predicated on, I don't care what anyone says. This is our relationship. This is our marriage, and we define what it is. That's what you should have stood on. However, that's not going to sell gospel. Let's see what else she lied about.
Y'all going to take what y'all want anyway.
Right.
But we know what we have, and I'm cool on that.
I appreciate
I'm going
That
to
was it, y'all. And the rest of it was accolades and them lying and gaslighting her some more. So again, let's talk about it in the comments. My idea of this is that this is absolutely ridiculous. Tasha's on here still like, Tasha, why are you still doing interviews? Because it's still a hot topic and people are going to approach you and ask you questions that, one, you're going to have to either just totally talk around what you do, or you're going to have to tell the truth, which you're not, or you're going to continue to lie, which you are. You need to step back, your PR team, Motown. Like, what are y'all thinking? It is Tasha, stop. LaTocha, you do not need to take any more interviews. We need you to dial back for about 30 days. Let this die down, because every time you jump back out, it just fuels the fire again. Well, y'all, that's it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all be easy until the next time. Because I thought this whirlwind of mess was over, but thank God, good old LaTocha gave us something to talk about this week. Y'all be easy.